How are you guys doing this morning on a Friday? How's everyone's week been? What up, Ken? What up, Das10? Are we going to melt today? Well, in my opinion, path of least resistance is to the downside. Unless we start getting above 765. Wavy, what up? Long time no see. So, today I need to so I'm up on this funded already, but I need to get this account. I need to have a green day on this account if I can. I'm not gonna force it, but it would be nice because it would. It's the last day before a payout for this account. Now the balance isn't that large though. It's only like 3,000. So we gotta try and get it up a little bit. But this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This will be the third payout cycle on this account. So we gotta get it. Gotta get it up there. Because it would be nice, but I think even if I got a winning day on this account today, I wouldn't even be able to take the payout on it until Monday, I think. Yesterday though, I traded Asia yesterday. I went short. I thought we were actually gonna run this whole thing out last night. We chopped around for a bit. I got into shorts here. It went down. I was up like 1,000 something in profit, and then it hit my break even. And then I got back into shorts after it hit my break even, because I was like, nah, this thing isn't going up. So I kind of broke a rule because I usually don't do that, but I ended up getting back into the trade, and then it went down, and then I got out of it somewhere around here. So this account's up 1,100. So we locked out of it. We're on to the next. We're on to this one. This one is being copy traded on, this is 6 funded accounts. So if we can catch a nice move to the downside today, you know, if I could lock in a winning day, it'll be a great way to head into the week. I think this week, I'm not even gonna say it yet. I'm not even gonna say it yet because we're not trying to jinx ourselves. Damn, brother, you got a long username. Is that your crypto address? It's gotta be your crypto address. Yeah. You don't have a good idea for your username, so you just smash the keyboard for a couple minutes. Oh, that's funny stuff, dude. But I'll answer your question since we're just gonna hang out here until market open. After entering a trade, how do you manage your mindset so you don't get distracted by volume profile inside the candles on your chart? What do you mean? What do you mean by get distracted by it? I just pay attention to it. You know, if we're gonna have I pay attention to that in my other my delta profile. If I'm in a trade, I just want to see aggression resulting in price progression. And if it's not, then it's a potential sign that I should probably either go break even or maybe even trail my stop behind failed counterparty aggression. I wouldn't necessarily say that it distracts me. Okay, yeah, you could think about that one for a second and then ask me. But today we are going to see if potentially we're going to make another attempt at the lows at 408 down here. In the event that we pump up, I'm going to be watching up here. If we get past this, then we may be headed up here. So, with that being said, I'm kind of looking for us. I think it'll be easier to move down if we get it. But if we do kind of pump up and reclaim around 765, we'll probably head up into the 900s. That's what I think. Or, but the good news is that I do think that with this type of overnight move, we have a directional move ahead of us. Hopefully. Fingers crossed, at least. Oh, Wavy, I use the steady accounts, so I have 2 of those funded accounts right now. I'm probably gonna get more of them. But FFN, Funded Futures Network, use code Thrax, 50% off, buy one get one free. You can full port the eval if you want. Just make sure every single time you blow one and buy another one, you use code Thrax. Yeah, you can full port the funded if you want to. We'll just know that their so FFN is their steady accounts is a 52% consistency for the eval. So if it's a 50k, you can make like 1550 a day. Pass it in 2 days. No activation fee, and then you just need like 5 winning days and get above the buffer to pull a payout. So the buffer I think is about 2500 for 50k, which realistically, I mean, that's fine. Unless you're the type of guy that, you know, just likes to try and take like $700 payouts, then that may be an issue for you. But if you're going for like $1,500 payouts, $2,000 payouts, or I think the max payout on that account actually is $1,500. So, but they're cheap, dude. It's a good ROI. I mean, the account all in, you get 2 of them for $114. Basically less than $60. Yeah, they're brand new deals. They just started, or they're brand new accounts. They just started using them. Vehicle enthusiastic. We're talking about FFN, the sponsor of our community and one of the sponsors of our stream. Only 2 max per user? No, I don't think so. Pretty sure you could have up to 5 accounts with FFN. I gotta check. Can you suggest where I should get information on how to use Gamma in trading? Well, I have a video on the very basics of it, but it goes way a little further than that. 5 accounts, cool. Yeah, so you can get 5 of them. So, you know, if you, let's say, because what you can do is you take advantage of the BOGO, you pass the accounts, or you just like fail them or whatever, and then you cancel them, and then you get up to, you could, if you pass all the accounts, you could spend less than probably, I don't know, $400, $300 to get 350, 400, somewhere around there, to get 5 fundeds with them. And then if you just get them up to $3,000 balance, I mean, that's a pretty good ROI. A $400 investment into $7,500. After a split, probably $6,900, something like that. $6,800. Hey Chris, how much it took you to be a profitable trader? Took me about, honestly, it took me about a year and a half to pull my first ever payout. And then it took me 2 years to climb out of a 50K hole I put myself in. And yeah, so I guess 2 years. What prop firm accounts are you currently using? I made 30K last month just from Apex. Very nice. And I put all the money into my own personal account, and man, it's nice. Yeah, personal accounts are dope. Personal accounts are king, but at the same time, prop firm accounts, they do offer pretty good return on investment. Pretty small risk. You know, it's your risk is capped on a prop firm account. Prop firms I use, like, I use FFN. FFN's actually the first firm I ever bought a prop firm account with. I use Top Step. I have 5 Apex PAs right now. I have 2 Top Step fundeds, 1 Lucid funded, 5 Apex PAs, and 2 FFNs. I have 10 fundeds right now. So FFN, Apex, Lucid. Honestly, I just started trying to use Apex, so kind of worried. Not gonna lie. But I think I should be okay. I mean, it's not like I do anything crazy. So. No, I don't use Tradeify. Just haven't really gotten around to it. Can you explain the max drawdown static plus 100 after buffer? Pretty sure once you get to 50,100, that's where your max loss limit is. Dude, I traded on Take Profit Trader. I was about to pass an account. I bought an account, right? First time buying an account with TPT. I go and I pass an account. I get it halfway done. I'm trying to enter into a trade that would have resulted in me passing the account. It's not filling me. Like, it's just not filling my order. I just keep entering the order. It's just blinking, blinking, blinking. I like cancel them. It's not filling me. So I'm like, whatever. You know, I'll just trade it when it's working again. I'm trading other accounts. I go back and I look. They filled me on my order like 10 or 15 minutes later, way above price. After, okay, so like I was looking for a long, price went up, it would pass the account, and then later it like fell down. Then it filled me all the way up there, instantly blew the account. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go hit up Take Profit Trader. I'm like, yo, I canceled the orders. Why did it still, like, I was putting the orders in, they weren't filling. I canceled them, kept canceling the orders. Why did you guys fill me on the order? They're like, oh, what platform are you using? I was like, well, in that case, I was using deep charts. And like, oh, we don't support deep charts. We can't help you. So I'm like, ah. Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure they're a great firm, but that just kind of pissed me off a little bit, so I've just been trading my other accounts right now. I'll probably come back to them in the future because that's not really a huge problem. That's more of a platform issue, so it's not really their fault, probably. Can you check heat map for orders? Yeah, they're right here. Feast your eyes on those, gremlin. Look at all those spikes. So market's about to open here in 2 minutes. First target to the downside is probably going to be London lows and then 408. 408. Every time you take a payout, you blow the funded same week. Well, what balance do you, how much drawdown do you leave yourself when you take a payout? If you get your balance up to $2,000 and you take $1,000 payout and then you leave yourself $1,000, you are asking for it. You're just asking to blow your account. I mean, you can still take a payout and then like take your $1,000 and then grow it again, but a lot of the times, or like let's say you built your account up to $1,500 and you took a $700 payout, well then obviously you're probably gonna blow your account. You don't really leave yourself a lot of room for error, and a lot of people sorry, I lost my train of thought, forgot what I was talking about. Alright, let's see what happens. Do I suggest a buffer before withdrawing? If you're net negative on the month and you haven't made any money on the month, just take whatever you can get. If you're already net positive, then grow the accounts. And try and keep them. But don't worry about growing it past the max payout. There's no point in that. If you already hit max payout, just extract the money. Get your winning days in. What up, T Glucky? Yeah, Asia was pretty choppy. But fortunately enough for me, my shorts ended up playing out during Asia on that account. There's just, I was waiting for New York Open, but I sent out in the daily outlook that path of least resistance is to the downside. We'll probably end up taking London lows and trying to make our way towards the higher time frame range extreme at 408. And then if we continue lower than that, like if we don't sweep the lows and come back up into the range, we'll probably drop down towards like lower 300s. down towards here. But we're gonna wait and see. I need to secure a winning day on this account so I can take a payout on it. Payout won't be that big. It'll be like 1,500. But I'll be fine with putting that in my pocket. Yeah, it's the third payout cycle on this account, so we already got our money back, plus a lot more for how much I paid for it, so we're good. And I could work with $1,500 a drawdown, that's chill. I have actually, my record is I had an account that was with TopStep that I thought I blew, but because TopStep gives you like $100 buffer past your max drawdown, I had like -$40, and I built it all the way back using one micro and pyramiding into positions back to a $2,000 balance. It's not over until it's over. Although that usually won't happen, you'll probably blow your account. Really? TopStep pays me out, Steve, and like whenever I take a payout with TopStep, they pay me out in like now with AeroPay, like less than a couple hours. What are you using? Are you using AeroPay? Oh, Wise. You should try. Are you US based? You should try AeroPay. It's like the fastest way to get paid out with them. I actually had one account that one payout this month with them where I went to take a payout, and like about 15 seconds after I requested the payout, the money was in my bank account. Like less than a minute. Yeah, 1,500 is definitely enough. So I'm waiting to see what we do right here. I'm just gonna chill for a second. If there's an opportunity for me to try and ride the train lower, I'm hopping on board. Once we start pumping. If we just pump up right now, I am watching up here once we get up there. Because if we get above this area, then I'm expecting us to make our way up into 28,900 up here. I don't really want to long it into here, though. I'd rather wait for us to get above it and then try and take a continuation higher. Although this is like... it's a lot of room. At 15 minutes looking pretty nasty. I hope it doesn't just chop right here with these huge 5-minute candles. That would suck. Previous weekly low. Is previous weekly low 408? Is that what that is? Yeah. Right here. Yeah, that's what I'd be trying to take it down to. I think we also have PMI this morning, but it probably won't do much. I'm gonna go short right here. See if we could continue lower through this. The 5 minutes about to open, so I'm looking to see if we... It's kind of dangerous to enter shorts here, so I'm going only 3 micros. Because we're not breaking past it yet. And the 5 minute could potentially rip it all the way back up into the middle of this. But we'll see what happens when the 5 minute opens up. The moment we start breaking below this, I am... Man, I got a terrible entry on that. That's actually disgusting. I'm gonna have to move it to break even pretty quickly. I'm gonna move the stop to the top of this 5 minute candle, because if it reverses back up, I'll just take the $150 L. But we're gonna aim for 408. We'll front run it at 409. And then once we do, if we run out these lows here, I'm moving it to break even. Okay, we're starting to... I'm gonna move it to break even. Slightly premature to move it to break even, but at this point, I mean, I'm 1 day away from a payout. Like, just You know, I don't really want to take a... Being kind of a puss, though, honestly. Being kind of a puss, but either it's going to go down or it's not, so... $310. I could target 310, but because my entry's not that good and I'm trying to just lock in a payout right now, I'm okay with 409. Close your short at 28,600. Ooh, that almost hit our break even. Actually might hit our break even. Hopefully not, but if it does, we will just move on to the next opportunity. 28,600. Close your short up here? Why? From where? Dude, watch this thing hit us at break even and then the 5-minute opens up and then dumps it. That would be devastating. But it'll be okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's that PMI, the PMI volatility. Stay below the POC. And let's drop. Oh, why can't we just have an easy Friday? Just go down. Just go down. Just make it a super easy Friday for me. And then we can end the day with a giveaway. It would be ideal. So we'll just sit here and cross our fingers and we get some follow through, but we are struggling right here. What up, Gianni? Bro, follow back on Insta. Dude, you're not cool enough, honestly. On a cool level, like, there's like a threshold. You're like right below it. But you know what? I'll make an exception. I'll make an exception for Gianni. You know, I saw your message the other day. Nah, I just followed you back. Can we get a follow? Sure. What, Wavy? What's your IG? I'll follow you back. SAUGTP. From Cincinnati, Wavy? Is this you? All right. Oh, dude. I could just like lock in a payout and close out right now, but that's exactly what a loser would do. We must hold it. Although we are in this area right here that's concerning me. But I think we could break through. We just got to get some follow through on these orders that were here. We could fall through. If we're going to reject it, we are screwed. But there may be enough. If we don't take the lows right now, there may be another opportunity to try and take the lows after that. What the hell is... Why do you have this saved? Bruh. Yeah, we're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. It's literally all Gianni's fault. Somebody ban him. Mods, ban him. Get this guy out of here. Get this guy out of here. Alright, so now we're gonna wait, cause this right here is not really that good of a sign for those shorts. I mean, we may just continue it down, but I'll probably have to. I was just hoping we would run it out. I mean, it really is not that far away. Here we go. Oh my god. Here we go. Bro. Whatever. Ban Gianni. Ban that guy. I swear. Gianni starts talking and then the market hits me out. It happens all the time. Get this guy out of here. Somebody ban him. A-Test has a lifetime plan? Yeah, they do. No, it's alright. You know what? Like... No, what did Michael Huddleston say that one time? He said, well, the market makers are watching my live stream. The market makers are watching my live stream, so they knew where my simulated my prop firm liquidity was sitting. If I wasn't live streaming, it would have hit. But they needed to take it out. Because we have 105 people watching our stream. Okay, well, anyways, that was what I was looking for. We got diddied. We got diddied. But you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. So as we continue down, we're watching around 360 to 310. We'll mark it up. 360, 310. We are now breaking out of this. We're attempting to break out of this right now. This higher time frame range. If we get past this area, we may actually just dump today. Not financial advice. Entry decision on that trade is I was already bearish bias. Okay, we're using context. We understand where the market's likely trying to go to. We were probably trying to make another attempt at the lows. We have this pump up at the open right here, this first bullish candle. On a normal day, if we were really going to go higher, we would have seen some type of continuation, but instead, what do? We immediately reject it. So then, I'm watching this candle form. We're getting towards these lows. We're pushing lower, and then any type of buying act. I don't know if you guys remember when this candle was kind of forming, but every single time it like tried to snap back up, it was slamming back down. If you would have looked at, I was looking at a 1 minute chart on Delta, and it was basically showing aggression from the buyers just getting eaten up. So when there was a candle on the 1 minute, I'll show you. Here, right before we started breaking lower, on the Delta profile, you see aggression from buyers right here that just got absolutely destroyed, and we started flipping bearish. So I entered short right there. And caught a pretty late entry. But I had a feeling we were kind of, it's really not that far away. We're in a negative gamma environment. We could really run it out pretty quickly. So I try to get into it. And then because I'm such a wuss, I moved my stop, to break even. Actually, I don't even think that would have hit my break even. I think I moved it down like to the top of the wick and it wicked it barely. But yeah, it's okay. We'll see what the hourly does. We are pushing down though. Although if we continue this selling pressure, I'm taking a continuation. If a continuation shows up, if we start accepting below 310, we may just be making a move lower, a stronger move lower. Man, could have been up 580 times 6. Could have been like, all right, guys, easy day. Of course, no such thing as a free lunch. What the fuck? Well, I hope some of you guys ended up catching that. Should I let it ride with no stop? Hey, that's exactly what I did yesterday too, huh? Alright, data says remove stop loss from the strat. Data says no stop. Good. Let's go El Pipo. 2 easy winning days this week, you would have had another 7K payout lined up for tonight. Damn. But you had to be... Did you fumble that? Or is it still on the table, or you blow that account? Damn, Joseph. So it was your fault. It's your fault we didn't get to catch that trade. If the hourly opens up and there's an opportunity, if we start accepting below 310, there's an opportunity to. Black Spartan, you're giving me PTSD of yesterday, dude. Yes, I took a trade, and very similar to what happened yesterday, where actually the exact same thing that happened yesterday happened. I mean, I wasn't really, in my outlook, I said we were watching for a price to come down here, but I was really just trying to target 408 for about 50 points. So I got hit at break even. So we're gonna wait. We're waiting for this hourly 4-hour to open up. Need more monitors. This whole month so far, T-Clicky has only had 3 losing days. Nice. $6 away from passing your combine. Yeah, El Pippo hasn't blown a single account. This guy's actually legendary. It's impressive. It is impressive. El Pippo, please do not try and force a $6 trade right now. Unless something shows up. I mean, it's just $6. Emotions are high. Shut it down. What a Chad. This guy's a Chad, dude. If it was me, I would go 5 minis, $6. No, I'm just joking. All right, hourly open. Let's see what it does here. We may start slamming through this 310. I'm in. Oh. The moment we hit 300, I'm moving stop. No. Alright, that was stupid. That was stupid. That was fraud. I thought we were going to continue down. Alright, well. That was actually a terrible decision. I shorted it into the put wall like a fucking idiot. I thought we were about to slam through it. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. That was probably the dumbest trade I took all week, actually, now that I think about it. It's alright. Yeah, that was pretty dumb. Oh, we are definitely respecting the put wall. Oh, I tried to anticipate that. That was so bad on my part. Honestly, after that, I might not trade these accounts. I might just move over to other accounts. Because that was pretty stupid. But we are... I'm gonna wait. So we took a short at the open. It was the right idea. We got hit at break even. And we take a stupid trade right after that. We're currently sitting in this area. We're in the outlook that I sent out. This area is where I said I was looking to see if there's any responsive buying activity. I tried to anticipate a breakdown lower before we actually proved that we were going to go lower. But this buying is like, yeah, there's buying here, but it's really not that strong yet. There's still a lot of aggressive. There's a lot of aggressive selling that's selling into these pumps. Will P6 act as resistance? No. Probably not. I want to see what happens when we get up here. If we do push up here. What happened, Joseph? Down 500. Oh, that sucks. Pretty bummed I did that, honestly. And also, before I was gonna start trading today, I was about to mention that if we were green today, we would have been green all days of the week this week on our accounts, which would have been nice. I didn't want to jinx it, but I guess that doesn't matter. But we still have some time. Although we're down almost 400 times 6, so it's really not a lot of room left. It might actually be a better idea to just see what happens, and I may have to just take the L on this account and not be payout eligible on this account today, and then just come back next week, especially after taking a stupid trade. That down there went against basically everything I was supposed to do. Are the white bar? Yeah, these are resting limit orders. Should have just listened to my outlook. I literally. Let me show you how much of an idiot I am. What I'm thinking about right now. Whoops. I'm watching for price to come into 360, 310. 360 to 310. And I shorted it right there. Why? Where's my time machine? Need to go back. Yeah, but you know what, Ricky? Analysis, having good analysis and like having levels and whatnot, that's great and all, but you don't get paid from that. You get paid from execution, you know? So execution is way more important than having good analysis. Having proper execution. Analysis doesn't pay the bills. Hindsight is 2020, but that actually wasn't the only thing though. For Mama's sake, is that was not actually hindsight. I marked it out. I knew what I was supposed to be watching this. I just tried to anticipate us breaking below it, which was a fatal mistake. Not only did I try and anticipate us breaking below it and flushing lower, but I also sized up. I went 5 micros. But whatever, we don't dwindle in the past. We only look ahead. Black Spartan, it has. I don't think it has anything to do with this that you're looking at. It has to do with this. This is where strong initiative selling pressure came in, right? So there's a chance that they're defending this positioning, but they're not being very successful at it. It's definitely not because of this tiny little negative gamma. At least I don't think so. Plus, negative gamma, if we're looking at the distribution of this right now, you can't really see it. You can see it on the side actually, right here. We're in between here. It's like super thin. So this is obviously where the put wall's at. But this profile in general is pretty thin today. So if anything, all of this aggressive pressure that came in here, this strong initiative from selling pressure, is what we're running into right now. Potential positions being defended to try and keep us down. Just started using Tanuki trades today, and their levels have been great today. Or just started using Tanuki trades, and their levels have been great today. Thanks for sharing them. Yes, sir. Free trial, code never flat. So what I'm waiting for right now is we did have a pretty decent attempt to push up. It's kind of struggling. It's not over yet. If we continue to push lower here, there may be an opportunity for a continuation short, which I will try to take. But I don't want to short it into this again. Although it's looking pretty good, but the 15-minute looks a little suspicious to me. So we're going to wait till it starts getting below it. Which is what we should have done. What we should have done is waited till it got below it. have buyers try and reclaim it. Buyers fail to reclaim. Then it opens up the opportunity for a short. I didn't wait for that. So this time, we are going to wait for that. We're not going to make the same mistake twice. But it could still go up from here. Just past the Lucid, how long does it take to get funded? I think they do it pretty quickly. Where's the hairstyle dude from yesterday? I don't know. Yes, Mike, absolutely. The sellers are struggling to break past the put wall. Lucky number 7. With the Thrax promo code for FFN, if you buy one account, you get the other one. You don't have to pass it. Do I use Gex for mama's sake? Yes. Yes, I do. It's actually what this is right here. Cool. This is gross right here. If sellers fail to push, does that frame our analysis in any way? Well, pre-market, I was watching this area where this box is at. I marked it out for the outlook, and I said this area is what I'm looking for on the move down, where I'm basically watching to see if there would have been any type of responsive buying activity. And since we're seeing sellers fail at the put wall, it's just validating that this is a legitimate level that we should be paying attention to. So it's like the only thing though is that we're creating this chop in here now, where we're having failure of sellers at the bottom of it, but we're really not getting follow through to the upside yet. So it's turning into an area where I actually can't really touch this until we do something. Which if it just stays like this, then I'll honestly just have to take the L on the day and then just come back on Monday. Which is fine. It's kind of disappointing just the way that it happened. I don't really care that that I'm red on the day, but the way that I got red on the day is kind of what irritates me. But the worst thing that I can do right now while we're in chop, after I just kind of pissed myself off by doing that earlier, is to try and make my money back in this. That's how you make a problem worse. So we just gotta be patient, we gotta wait. If anything comes, we'll try and take it. If nothing, then it is what it is. We try to short it. We had the right idea at the open. Stopped out right here. Hit our TP. Took a dummy trade down here, and then now we're kind of just bouncing out. I want to see how this 15 minutes about to close, though. That's what I'm watching on this screen over here. And if you're wondering what this yellow line is, it's the PSC, just so you guys know where it's at. This is the POC of a 15-minute candle. Harsh. So we're having, there's selling aggression that is just, we may poke our head up out of this. Depending on what happens. I would prefer us to go lower though and get past 310 and then look for a continuation short, because there's more room for a bigger trade in my opinion. Harsh, bookmap and footprint are showing you two completely different things. One is showing you where passive orders are sitting, the other one is showing you what was executed in terms of aggressive orders. I mean, you can see what orders were executed on bookmap through like their bubbles and stuff, but like these white levels are basically bookmap. It's basically a heat map, right? It's expresses heat bands. But these are all resting orders that are waiting to get filled, and a lot of the times they don't get filled. Like you see orders get filled. I mean, it's the only way that price is moving around is orders are getting filled, but a lot of this act, like if you guys notice, like all of these levels where resting orders are sitting, you see them like growing. They're like growing and dropping and growing and dropping, like growing, dropping, and they're like moving around, right? A lot of it's just kind of algorithmic activity. But there's obviously levels that will hold larger amounts of resting orders, such as like psychological levels. So this right here is 300. So 28,300, it's a round number. It usually attracts orders. So chances are, you know, I mean, let's just see. There's really not that many orders sitting here. It's like 180. But because we're also balancing out here and I'm looking for a continuation short, I have to be really careful about fake break to the downside and then we pump. Previous day low act as a resistance. Here. I don't know. I don't really look at that. I was looking at this. And usually what I'm doing here is I mark these out as like a zone, you know? Where aggressive participation stepped in. That didn't have to do with, or the sole purpose of it, a lot is not to what's it called, like fill stop orders, but it's actual strong initiative pressure. And then a lot of times you see price come back into it and then tries to defend the positioning. One day min at 320 with 200 building negative gamma right now intraday. Yeah, 200. 28,200. I think we can get below this. We have buyers like, okay, so just not deep enough into this yet. After stream, we'll give a big move. Yeah, probably. My... I'm tempted to try and go short right here, but it's just at the... Because I think if we can get past this, we'll probably make a decent move to the downside. I'm just worried about a fake move to the downside and then we pump hard. But I'll probably take it. I'm gonna take it. This will be the last trade of the day. I'm actually gonna try and take it down past 200 if we can get the follow through lower. We just need the follow through. I'm putting my stop right above the 5-minute. So worst case scenario today, we'll be down like $600. We just need us to actually follow through. What I do not want to see right now is for this to fail. For us not to accept past it. If we get another strong move down, I'll probably end up moving it to break even and then just trying to let it ride. But this 5 minutes about to close, so we need to stay below here. Trike, you got in kind of late. If you just got in right now. I'm not gonna... What I'd want to see, what would make this better is if we have this push right now of us trying to reclaim above this area and buyers just absolutely fail. And then we could see us begin to push lower. I am going to have to be careful once we start approaching 28,200. Worst case scenario, we'll be down 230 plus 364. We'll be down $600 on 6 of our funded accounts, and then we'll just take the L. You know, we realistically should have been at most, this should have been the only other trade we should have taken besides the one at the open. All right, moving the stuff to break even. Sorry I was quiet for a second. I was just like locked in trying to look at something. Reported and blocked? Oh, fake Thraxes? Yeah. Look, he faked his rolls. The guy faked his rolls with emojis. It's pretty funny. Alright. Once we start approaching closer towards 240, closer towards 200, if we can actually get down there, we're struggling kind of a lot, honestly. But if we do happen to get down there, I will end up actually trailing my stop relatively aggressively to cover some of the losses. This selling aggression is not really getting any type of follow through right now. But we're at break even, we'll let it ride. Funded account is eating right now, $241 today. Very nice. Alright, we're gonna hit break even. I'm not gonna trade anymore after this trade, so we will give an account away. So we'll give an account away. If you're in the YouTube live, I'm gonna end the day down just 350 on these accounts, and we'll just come back on Monday to lock in a payout. if you're in the YouTube live, I'm gonna end it here in a second. If you want to participate in the giveaway, you got to join the Discord. You have 5 minutes to join the Discord, and then we're gonna run a giveaway for an FFN account. Dude, watch this shit do exactly what it did to me at the open. I would definitely have to get off after that. But yeah, 5 minutes to join the Discord. I'm gonna end the stream on YouTube. If you don't want a free account, that's totally okay. And I'll catch the YouTube stream on Monday. Sorry about that stupid trade earlier. But it is what it is. All right, YouTube stream. I'll catch you later. Join the Discord if you want to participate in the giveaway.